about your defensive game plan against their 23? You ran them off his shooting spots and then rotated over sides. It seemed to be effective.
Yes, we had planned to use at least 3 or 4 guys on him. Anthony Smith started out and he did very well, denying passing lanes and making them put on the floor. And that was our plan of attack, make him put it on the floor, try to contain Clay, and then when he worked off the screen, make him don't give him any open looks.
And this has been kind of the goal, basically the expectation since the summertime. How's it feel to finally do it?
It feels great because last year we came up way short. So this year, and knowing we got it done, he's real proud.
Big guy. Towards the end of the game, it looked like they needed a little bit of a boost. It looked like you took charge. Is that how you felt, or is that just with your body language? It looked like you had to make a play. Is that kind of what you felt, or?
I mean, at any given moment, it was just if I had the opportunity to make a play, I'd make it. I'd just do anything for my team to win. That's what I felt like at the end.
Coach, at the end, you lost it.
Yeah.
Just talk about that a little bit. Talk about the emotions.
Well, before I got here, we were 2-19, and we didn't have much. I came over to take the job. Somebody told me this kid named Dion Wiley could play a little bit. And at the time, I'd never seen him play. Most unassuming person I've ever met in my life. That emotion was directly to him because after he made his name at Potomac, he could have gone anywhere. I got rumors every single day of every summer league tournament. Dion's going to New Jersey. Dion's going to Oak Hill. I never reached out and said, Dion, is this true? He said, he just show up to school. He's still with me, and that's what that was all about. It was a lot of emotions dedicated to him.
Had a connection like that with a player before?
No, I never had, because this is such a strange circumstance. You have an AAU team basically at a high school, which, you know, with Quadri coming over, but these all neighborhood guys. I tell everybody, do you know how hard it is to coach this team? It's like, you know, it's groupies hanging in locker rooms, buses, you know, hallways, classes, and that's just the boys. I won't even tell you about the girls, but, you know, maybe you Travis. The rest of them got to pay per listen. But, no, it's just, this is a deep team, and a lot of people couldn't coach this team in a high school environment. It's just a lot.
Wow. Describe your relationship with Coach in your career at Potomac.
My relationship with Coach is like this, really. We never argue. We always on the same page. Whatever he want me to do, I do it. Whatever whatever I want him to do, he'll try his best to do it.
Walter,
tell us about last night. Got a little foul trouble. Got game early. What do you think about during that time?
I thought it was a terrible call, but I knew that my guys would pull through because they played without me before plenty of times. So I just had to coach on the bench.
Kadri, with about 5 minutes left, they got within 4, and you had an add one. Sort of looked at the bench, kind of flexed a little bit. What was going through your head at that moment, and did you think that this team was about to take control at that point?
I mean, when I scored that bucket, it was just unbelievable. Like, I just knew from there on, it was our game after that. I knew it was nothing that they could possibly do to stop us from taking over, basically.
Wow, we talk about your point guard work in the fourth quarter, and then in the third quarter, the coach tell you guys to come out and feed the beast inside.
I know I had to protect the ball and handle the ball because they was pressing Broddie out, and he was a little bit tired, like a little windy, so I had to handle the ball. And when I couldn't make a play or set somebody up, I just throw it in the queue. I know he'd make a play.
Broddie, you came out, really set the tone early. You had, I think, 10 of your team's first 14 points. Talk about the way you really set the tone early and, you know, set the tone for the game.
As you know, that's what I like to do every game. As I said yesterday, setting the tone it throws the defense off. No team expects to come out and get a 3 or a dunk or a layup, put on them real fast. So that's what I pride myself on doing.
Hugh, just talk about this experience winning the state title, and you just came from Fall 6, and you won the WCAC title your sophomore year. Just talk about this comparison, winning with your neighborhood boys.
I mean, when I was at Potomac 6, I had a lot of friendships, a lot of connections out there. I still got a lot of connections out there. But when I won that WCAC title with my 10th grade year, I mean, like Oakdale's crowd, that's how our crowd was, but it was a little bit more because my school was big out there. A little bit more. So like coming into the game, I was actually excited because I mean the crowd was into it. That's stuff that I was used to because I played in WCAC for 3+ years. So used to crowds being like that, calling your name, calling your jersey number out, calling like your names and all that. I feed off of that stuff. So I mean, from winning a state championship with them, I mean, I get to see him every day. We could reminisce about this 30 years from now, come back to this day. So I mean, it's just a great feeling just winning the Maryland and the WCAC title.
You had the jersey change. Can you tell me what happened?
Oh, that's where I got this from. I got blood, like I got cut on the and one. I got cut on it, so it was like a big, huge gash right here, and like got on my jersey and stuff. So I had to go in the back and change it and get this tape on.
Big fella, let's talk about the Wizard of Oz shoes. The gold.
I mean, me personally, I think I got the best shoes on the team. Me personally, I really do like them. They're comfortable. Fit my swag. I mean, they're gold.
They were the only shoes in a size 19. That's just
Let's just put it that way.
I was talking to a couple of other reporters. I thought maybe you had them. You was getting ready to click your heels saying, no place like home. He's going back to Pulse.
no.
Now, Coach, while we're on cue, you guys out-rebounded the last two teams by 33. How big has been the addition of one more enormous guy underneath been for you guys? And that's a huge margin.
No, it is a huge margin. And I tell them, I said, certain number of rebounds, we win. Rebounds win championships. This shows nothing more pure than that statement. Once he gets that ball and squeezes it, it's his. But for him, we may not be sitting at this table in this situation. So I'm glad that I have him. Better late than never. It's like I said, these guys, I think we're the only state championship team, period, that I can leave my mother's house, pick up all 13 guys and be at Potomac in 20 minutes or less. I mean, so this is truly a neighborhood team. And this is a neighborhood team, so he should have get those rebounds for us. That's where I was born.
Coach, last night you said huge job to get you 20 rebounds tonight. Tonight he got 19. That close enough?
It's close. Yeah, 18 last night, right? It's
Yeah.
19. He had one game with 30 this year. So he shorted me 12. Get out. No, I'm
sorry, man.
Coach, you talked about the expectations, and I know it hasn't been easy the whole season.
Right.
It's a high expectation for you guys. When you did lose the game, it was like, what's wrong with
No,
Potomac?
let me put it in perspective. True story. We beat Gwynn Park by 20, was up 30, and people were waiting after the game saying, why didn't you win by 30? Why didn't you play more man-to-man? I'm like, Dion got hurt that game. It's just the expectations are so ridiculous based on the size of our team. And then I think sometimes I'll be careful that it becomes the David versus Goliath, and some of the calls don't go our way. And I just tell everybody, David did all right for himself. And so, people expect us to dominate all the time, but guys practice and play as well.
For the guards, how important was it to take the ball out of Tu's left hand? You guys were heavily shading him right for much of the game.
Definitely. I did my homework on Clay for about 2 weeks now. Been studying him. Coming into this game, I knew that's all he wanted to do. And if I would sit on his right, he would have a screen coming. So I just told Anthony and Q to hedge on it. So,
Coach, just to speak about expectations, I'm looking at the roster. You guys only have 3 seniors. You have, a bunch of juniors, got a sophomore in your squad as well. So I know the expectations are only going to grow bigger now since you guys won the state champs. How do you think that you'll be able to respond to that going into next year?
Well, when your main guy coming back is Randall Broddie, it feels very good. I think I could get 4 of you guys and play with this guy. We do all right. But, I've looked forward to Anthony Smith coming back. And I think we'll be all right. There may be another Q somewhere lingering in some private school that I'm going to take. But I will say this. The 3A, 2A, 1A conference is unbelievable. I mean, there's no easy out. And I tell everybody, no one's going 17-0 in our league, and nobody's going 0-17. So if you look at our league, the 3 bottom guys got at least 2 games. The top guys, which was us, had 2 losses. I would sign up for 15-2 in that league right now for the next 10 years if you let me.
Guys, players, just talk about last moments of the game. Coach subs you out, so you get to kind of watch the clock tick down from the bench. What are your emotions during that time?
My emotion was just, we won. That's all I can say. I'm just too happy we won.
I mean, I was ecstatic. I felt like a little kid in the candy store. I felt like I could jump around, do everything.
And he would eat all the candy. Nobody else did.
Dion, playing your last game here, playing your last high school game here, where you're going to be playing college, was that extra special for you?
Oh yeah, I knew that I didn't even know that we was gonna win, honestly, but I just had a strong feeling this morning that we was gonna win. Like coming in this morning, we had a great shoot around this morning. We was knocking down shots. We was playing as a team in the walkthroughs. I just knew it was a great day.
Randall, Coach said, you're a big piece coming back next year. You got these two guys leaving you, so you can kind of take the message to the rest of the underclassmen in the locker room. What do you take away most from these two guys in next year?
Just everything they laid on me this year. Dion is kind of like a big brother to me, so he's going to the next level. So I just take what he can give me, even the little things. Stop back tapping on defense, or put more arc on your shot. With Q, he talked to me about everything. So I'm trying to take as much as these guys gave me last year. I think I'm matured.
He really wants to take their shots. He's counting shots. That's what he's really thinking. Come on, man, tell the truth. If Steve Nash tells the truth, you can tell the truth. That's what he's thinking. You don't know these guys. You have no idea.
Oh, man.
That's true.
Me too, man.
I'm good.
Congratulations.